Yes, yes, I will.
I'm not done yet.
Hold on, it's on, I've got that on my windshield, not on the windshield, or a little dash. So I just go ahead and bring it back to you. I can just.
I don't think you have to, does he? No.
Well, can you just give them a validation?
Yeah, you can just give it,
Okay.
make it easy, right?
Definitely.
Okay, now we have a quorum, so let's call to order the special oversight board of the successor agency meeting on January 29th, 2018. Could we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? John, did you want to lead us in the pledge? John?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please join me. Place your right hand over your heart. Follow me. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you, John. Madam Secretary, can we have roll call?
Chairman Sarmiento, Vice Chair Marley,
Here.
Board Member Acosta,
Present.
Board Member Hardash, Board Member Heatley,
Here.
Board Member Nguyen, Board Member Tinajero.
Here.
We have quorum.
Thank you. So on to the consent calendar. We have the recommended actions of approving staff recommendations on the following items. Do I need to go listing through them, or? The first is the special meeting minutes of January 25, 2017. The regular meeting minutes of November 14, 2017. Excused absences of January 25th, 2017. And the excused absences of November 14, 2017. Can I get a motion to approve all four items?
Motion to approve?
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? None. Motion approved. And that's the end of the consent calendar. So on to the business calendar. Number 5, resolution to amend the rules of procedure. Staff, do we have a presentation?
Sure. The item before you is a resolution to change our current rules of procedure. As you've been noticing, we've been canceling the regularly scheduled meetings on a monthly basis. So we are changing that to make it a special meeting as needed to free up your schedules and free up everyone else's time as well. So it's just a procedural matter to make that official change. That's what the resolution is for.
Okay. Any board member comments, questions? Can I get a motion to approve?
I so moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? None. Motion carries. Item number 6, a resolution, the recognized obligation payment schedule, the ROPS, for fiscal year, is it fiscal year or fiscal year 18-19, and the administrative budget for July 1st through June 30th, 2019. Do we have a staff presentation?
Yes. So we provided for you a larger version of the ROPS because the version on your packet is a little small. You'll notice that there are quite a few items that we are retiring for the next ROPS. For example, we have number 19. It's a loan repayment to Main Place Mall. We repaid the last of the payments last fiscal year, so we are retiring that item. Several other items that we are retiring, for example, are the line number 44, the project costs for the 2011 bonds. Basically, I just moved that amount up to the line above, 43, where we're still preserving the rights to spend the money as soon as legislation and or other actions are taken to allow us use of that additional funds. Project number 70 and 71, those two are the last of the former low-mod housing DDAs for the Habitat project. The last 5 units are expected to be completed by June 2018. So we are hoping to retire those 2 items for the next annual fiscal year. Some items that we are still contending that they are enforceable obligations include number 63. It's the employee pension liability. On the last ROPS, the Department of Finance denied those as enforceable obligations. But it is our opinion that because all former redevelopment agency employees were city employees, the pension liability still exists, and we still want to claim that for as long as we can. So we left that item in. We're not asking for any payment in the current fiscal year. We're just preserving the total obligation as an amount to be contested in the future. Number 121, the housing admin for the housing entity. DOF has consistently denied that $150,000 as an enforceable obligation. We still want to preserve our rights to say that it still is. There's litigation out there that's still going through the appeals court process. So we are still claiming that outstanding obligation of $600,000. But you'll notice we're not claiming any amount for next fiscal year either. So those are the major kind of highlights of what's changing on the current ROPS. But other than that, the majority of the items are bond debt service and items related to the bond monitoring and the various other covenants. So as a total, as a summary, we are asking for almost $10 million in expenditures for next annual ROPS, with about $254,000 in admin fees. And the budget for that is attached to your packet. And unless there are any questions, that concludes our presentation.
Any board member questions or comments? Councilman Tianero?
Well, no, I'm reading something.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No problem. Seeing none, can I get a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. On to public comments. Seeing no one from the public. Any staff member comments?
Yes.
We do. Well, now that you've amended your bylaws to only meet when necessary, we have some news from the county, which Susan's going to relay, that involves the consolidation of oversight boards across the county into a single oversight board that will take the place of all of the various boards that had been operating up till now. So, Susan, you want to do that?
So I was able to obtain a letter that was sent to all the various mayors in Orange County, and I provided you with a copy. Basically, it's just outlining the steps that the county auditor controller's office is taking to begin that consolidation process. There is a city selection committee that they will then decide who is the one representative on behalf of all the cities that will sit on the countywide board. And they've indicated that the county is hiring a successor agency manager position who will then be the lead in coordinating this process for the county on an overall basis. So it looks like as of right now for our oversight board, June 2018 will be the last of your commitment to us. As we get further information from the county about the process, we will be more than happy to share that with you all. So then that's an ongoing process. And the second item that I gave you a copy of is at the very last Oversight Board meeting, the board approved a purchase and sale agreement for the sale of a small parking parcel to the adjacent property owner. We sold it for $155,000, which was the appraised value. So this summary just shows you all the various amounts that all the taxing entities that you represent received from that sale. For example, the city of Santa Ana received $29,000. Santa Ana Unified School District received $47,000. The sanitation district, the various funds 1, 2, and 3 received a combined total of about $4,000. So this is just a summary to show you where that distribution went to and how it benefited all the other taxing entities.
So this is good news, right?
It's good news, yes.
Money back.
Making money.
Making. And as an update to the other 3 parcels that we have for sale, we did have an interested buyer a few months ago. They are now kind of backing away from that interest. So we will then be doing a revised appraisal and then trying to sell those parcels for whomever can pay the highest price. So if we get that done before June 2018, we do envision a need to have an oversight board meeting to approve that. But if that deal doesn't get completed before then, yes, we'll deal with the county at that point.
Perfect.
That's
That concludes staff's presentation.
yes.
Thank you. Any board member comments
Comments or questions?
or questions? Either or.
I'm sitting here thinking of what I did right before I came over here. I went over to the County Hall of Administration and filled out a Form 700. Is that necessary for this committee to do that? Because I sit on the John Wayne Airport Arts Commission, and I got to thinking, I'm coming over here, and gee, we never fill out this form for that committee.
Ryan, do you know the answer to that?
Is that anything legally binding for us?
I would have to look at the specifics for this board. I'm not sure
I
if
think
it,
it's not. But let's confirm that. I think, I'm just trying to think back, I represented about 12 or 13 of these groups and none of them did.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, let's confirm it for you.
It'd be interesting, yes.
Because I filled them out too,
Uh-huh.
but not for, and with regard to oversight.
Okay,
Okay, we'll get back to you on that one then.
okay, thank you.
Okay, well, this meeting is then adjourned
Thank you.
to our
very
next
much.
scheduled meeting.
14 minutes.
14 minutes. Yes. Yes.
It's no record, but it's a good average.
Efficiency.
Thank you very
That's
much for
funny.
making time out of your busy schedule.